afternoon to everyone. So just going to take a look at this week's main trading themes and the events that have really driven the markets, and then look ahead to next week and the key events going forward. So firstly then, just taking a look at the events and the main themes that have driven markets this week, but notably it has been very quiet in terms of news flow and the volumes at their thinnest level since 2007, so not loads of liquidity in the markets at the moment. However, concentration has been very much still on the periphery in Europe, notably Spain, and the fact that imminently they will be requesting a banking bailout. However, growing talk that they need it for their country as a whole, not just their banking sector, and that's just as their regions continue to struggle financially. Plus, we did see in the middle point of this week that the ECB had changed requirements for loans and hence had stopped loans to certain Spanish banks. Now this means then that Spain will have to request a bailout for the banking system very shortly, and because of this we have seen outperformance in the cash markets in Spain, with the IBEX 35 up around 8% for this week. Now we have seen notable strength in Bankia after they were state rescued, so a lot of speculation around this, and this has been a main theme this week. As well as this, we did see Merkel, so that's the German Chancellor, yesterday just reiterate her support for the Eurozone and the ECB. And with this, we did see the markets buoyed slightly and some appetite back in the market for riskier assets. And we've also seen a bit of growing speculation of easing and stimulus from the Fed at their September meeting. There was the same sort of anticipation around their August meeting, but they failed to deliver there, so that has then moved on to next month's decision. So that's been the main theme for this week. Now just looking ahead to next week. So then just taking a look at next week and the key events, and the headline really will be the FOMC minutes due on Wednesday. Now this is for their August meeting, and as already mentioned, there was a lot of speculation going into this that the Fed may hint at potential stimulus or even conduct it. However, we didn't see that. The minutes therefore will be keenly watched to see if there's any hints towards that, suggesting possible measures either next month or towards the end of the year. Now at that August meeting as well, they did change their stance slightly, saying that they will be closely monitoring developments. So again, any sort of new comments out of those minutes, other than the ones we've seen over the last few months, could see some fairly aggressive moves in the market. So again, that's scheduled for Wednesday. And then on Friday, they've got the UK GDP reading. Now this is the secondary reading. From the prelim reading, we did see a very large contraction, much larger than the markets were looking for. Came in at minus 0.7%. However, since then we have had some pretty positive data out of the UK, and also the ONS have indicated that the GDP reading will be revised up slightly, and this is because they overcompensated for the effects of the bank holidays. So again, that's due on Friday, and currently expected at minus 0.5, so a revision there of 0.2 percentage points. But in terms of next week, it still looks to remain fairly quiet in terms of news flow. A lot of the parliaments are still suspended during the August month, so we could see a distinct lack of comments from them. However, the Eurozone crisis does continue, and Spain and Italy will once again be the forefront of people's minds going ahead, so it is worth bearing that in mind, especially Spain and potential bond buying. But for the time being, that is enough from me. We'll see you again on Monday morning, but in the meantime, have yourself a very pleasant evening and a great weekend.